Okay, I'm going to be playing this particular stuff. And my boy, I want to tell you social media. I want to plan for Baba Ijesha. First and foremost, I'm going to be playing you a video where Princess was beating that girl in just to set a trap for Baba Ijesha. Safe spot. But let's start with this one from Just Adito. And my boy.
Guys, this is how we grow up. See, that CCTV camera thing. Sherry Elomi Magba Igulenu Mini Alej. That CCTV camera thing, I think what happened was because they narrated the case of Otedola. I think they had the issue then and there was no proof. So apparently from what they told me, it was like the princess had gone to report to the police. But they told Princess to go and bring evidence. So Nigerian police gave Princess the job of the police to go and do, instead of them to investigate. So you see how our country is messed up. So the police people gave Princess the investigation to go and do. And the only thing they could do was when the girl narrated her ordeal as a minor, all they did was, okay, this is this. Let us bring him. Let us see whether he will do it. Now, if you look at the video very well, and anybody that has the video should play it. If you were called to a movie location.
Now, I'm going to start from the beginning.
That CCTV camera thing. Sherry Elomi Magba Igulenu Mini Alej. That CCTV camera thing, I think what happened was because they narrated the case of Otedola. I think they had the issue then and there was no proof. So apparently from what they told me, it was like the princess had gone to report to the police. But they told Princess to go and bring evidence.
Now, this is our first one. For you to know that these people are a bunch of criminals. And they are looking for fame by all means necessary. And they will continue to put on things on social media. And they will make it look so sweet so that they continue to exploit the Nigerian public mentally. There is no way the police will be told that Baba Ijesha abused the girl when she was 7 years old. 7 years ago. And then the police will say, go and bring us proof. Number one. And when they can be saying this to their gullible stuff. You know, Just Adito, you have to plainly to ti parọ́ mọ́yàn. Ọlọ́run tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ orú èèyàn tó jẹ́ ló jẹ́ kí irú àwọn kan yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣáájú irú ọjọ́ èní. You can see who they are. You can see who Iyabo is. Now, it makes no sense. They have to arrest her eventually. Because she came out to say this. She needs to prove to the police which of the station, which police officer, loading an incident that happened 7 years ago. The princess did not see anything, did not even witness anything, and she wrote statement and complained to police. Police said, no, go and bring us proof. Now, for you to know that this is a serious criminal you're dealing with. The 7 years ago that they were talking about, that she said Princess went to complain, Princess was living in a different house. Not in the house they trapped Baba Ijesha, they set Baba Ijesha up to. Now, there is no way you will tell a police officer that I want to, or let's assume police said go and trap. Police will tell you, let's look at the circumstance. Okay, this man, 7 years ago, he did it. You don't have proof. You did not witness anything. Agreed. Number two, if police or they decided to go and set camera, Baba Ijesha had been to Princess 7 years ago. The particular house in question, Princess set camera. Baba Ijesha never stepped there before. Komobe. Make it make sense. It's illogical. How can you set camera down for somebody that you don't know whether the person will come to the house in the next 20 years? Normally, in a situation like that where they set camera, when you go and report that, I think the person, my nanny, is abusing my daughter. He's abusing my son, and I don't know. If you report to police, because the nanny is still coming to the house to take care of the child, They will say, you know what? Send the nanny out. Send her on errand, far place. Then we will bring our experts. They will install camera. So whenever you are at work, don't worry. We'll be monitoring from wherever we are. Or we'll be checking the camera every week to see if the person will do it. At least, if the nanny is abusing the child or is abusing an elderly person, because of her because she's still on the job, she will do it one way or the other. Maybe this week, next month, she will still do it. There is no way they will say they should set camera for somebody that has not been to your place in the last 7 years. Toda won lórí burúkú yìí, tó bá ti mú irọ́ burúkú yẹn, ton tó sí yín lórí social media. Kò sí pattern tí wọ́n lè fi ba yín yàn jẹ́. The only unfortunate aspect is that the trap yielded result for them. And the only result, the Kolofe came out brandish on the social media. Pedophile. But if you truly and honestly go through the process, to achieve a result here, you will know they are criminals. This is organized crime. It has no propensity in law. And the prerequisite for all these actions are heralded in law. So the only difference between me and them, and some of you people that are very knowledgeable, is that you are not dwelling on the end result achieved through crime here. We are looking holistically. How did you achieve this stuff? And when you see how they achieved it, you realize that too many lies, manipulation, concussion, obstruction of justice, and extreme high-handed capital offense crimes were committed to achieve that nonsense. And you realize that I'm coming to the no sound. Can you guys hear me on Instagram? Can you guys hear me on Instagram? So when this tone decided to lie to all of you, okay, Mombo. Hold on. Bon. Kenny. Bon. Ẹ má ti gbìyànjú sókè o. So that is the first thing that you must know. I'm going to replay it back. You can hear a nonsense again.
See, that CCTV camera thing. Sherry Elomi Magba Ibulenu Mini Alej. That CCTV camera thing, I think what happened was because they narrated the case of Otedola. I think they had an issue then and there was no proof. So apparently from what they told me, it was like the princess had gone to report to the police. But they told Princess to go and bring evidence. So Nigerian police gave Princess the job of the police to go and do, instead of them to investigate. So you see how our country is messed up.
Sherry B, everybody no opportunity at Mashawola Lokpa. Is that the reason why they must play on the intelligence of innocent people at the expense of the temple of justice? Let me be honest with you. There is nowhere you will report to police sexual abuse on a minor or a child. Even if you lack evidence, and the police will tell you, we can't accept you until you go and bring evidence against the person. Nowhere police will do that. The lie you can lie is that when you went to report to them, they didn't take action because maybe they didn't have money or they are not interested. But for police to tell you that somebody is abused many years back, and you noticed or you just got the information, or you just hear, police will never ask you to go and bring evidence of an incident that has happened before. And if it had happened before, police will not tell you, go and look for new evidence and ensure that that girl is abused again and bring it to us. Premeditatedly allow that. If you report that, police, I suspect my husband is having sex with my daughter. Oh, police, I suspect my wife is having sex with my minor son, my child, my son. I suspect my housemaid is always abusing my child. I suspect my nanny is always abusing my mother, my aged mother, somebody. Police will say, okay, for us to get evidence, let's allow the person to move out of the house, or when she's not around, when she has gone home, quickly invite us. We'll set a camera in that space. Tomorrow hidden. It will give us real-time incidents. And at that point, when the cameras are installed, they will not inform the victim, and they will not even be the one to invite the alleged predator or abuser down. They will want it to happen natural. That is the difference that people don't know. Now, this woman, she eventually accepts it was a setup. Am I going on?
So the police people gave Princess the investigation to go and do. And the only thing they could do was, when the girl narrated her ordeal as a minor, all they did was, okay, this is this, let us bring him. Let us see whether he will do it. Now, if you look at the video very well, and everybody
let us bring him.
If we were called to a movie location, there is nobody that is denying that Princess set Baba Ijesha up so that they could gather the evidence or fact check what the young
That's what I'm going. Said there is nobody. Let me play it back so that you can hear. Furanawo, let me confess for me. This is supposed to be a murder. Am I going?
There is nobody that is denying that Princess set Baba Ijesha up so that they could gather the evidence or fact check what the young girl said.
Now, this is brilliant now. I have been vindicated. This is one of the lead actors in 2021. And we were coming up to say that this is a setup. And this one that she's lying, normally, it is important for the police to arrest this person. Which police told you that go and manipulate or manufacture evidence on your own? And like I said again, there is no way the police will allow you to go and do setup on your own, and it will be admissible in any court of law. That is one natural thing you should know. If you go to, let's say you have a conversation with somebody, and you now take the conversation on your own. Let's take for instance, you go to MTN. There is no way they will give you the conversation between you and somebody without police or court order. If you now go through the back door and you extracted your conversation, you and that person, and you bring it to court, or you give it to police, or you tender it, the first thing that is likely to happen is that the other person in the voice will tell you, that's not my voice. I'm not the one. I didn't have such conversation. That thing is doctored. Said, yeah, we can hear my voice, but these people are very intelligent. They just want to nail me. That is not my voice. If you now say, okay, how did you get the audio that you brought? They will challenge. The defendant will say, audio ti egbayolu ami ebere pe nbo lo ti ri. Normally, such evidence, the person that works in MTN, Airtel, or Globacom, to be mu Jade, having received an order from the court, will be the person to say, I received so order from the court through the police. I extracted the audio on so day. This is the back end evidence. I am so person. This is my position in MTN. This is the official job I did, and that audio is genuine. It's the conversation between number so and so number. This is the printout, and there will be coordinates. 10 a.m. tender. But in absence of that, the defendant, any first will come and say, Jade, because we all know you cannot go to MTN and ask on your own that they should give you your conversation with somebody without a court order. That is where the court will strike that evidence out that, as it is, I'm not sure it is genuine, because you yourself, you cannot tell us how you came about this audio. Because you cannot tell them that I went through the back door. They will say, can you hear, my lord? He said, I asked somebody, who I can't mention. If it is legitimate, who help you to go into MTN's database and extract the source? So that is where the problem is. So naturally, this kind of setup, if truly police were involved, which is a total lie. Normally, in a normal society, this Adeton should be placed under arrest. Can you please tell us which police officer you confirmed or who told you that it was a police that asked Princess to go and use a child or a minor to set Baba Ijesha up? And another thing that is so funny is that these people will claim they are fighting. We all know certainly that every time bring ọkùnrin down, àti èyí tí wọ́n pè ní táwọn bá lo minor, wọ́n máa lo rape. All they will do is have sex with this person, and then if things go south, say the person rape you. We cannot deny the fact that they continue to use sexual abuses to destroy their target. And most times in the gender stuff, ọkùnrin ló máa wà receiving end. Obìnrin máa rape. Obìnrin ṣe oríṣiríṣi. But they will always find way out and find excuse. We are not yet a strong society that go after when women do all this nonsense. And so when this particular one came up, you will know certainly that if police will advise you, or if any expert will advise you to look for a basic idea of entrapping Baba Ijesha, if truly he was a minor, he was a pedophile. Number one, láti ìgbà tí ó sọ pé ó ti ṣe aláwọ̀kọ́ yẹn, kò ṣẹlẹ̀ kejì, kò wọ ẹwà sílé yẹn, kò target ọmọ yẹn. Ìgbà tó sọ pé Baba Ijesha fọwọ́ kọ ọmọ when she was 7-year-old, ọmọ yẹn ń gbé pẹ̀lú ẹ, ọmọ yẹn ò sick, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò yọ̀ǹdí ẹ̀, kò gàdí rìn, nǹkan kò ṣe, wọ́n dẹ̀ lo kọ́kọ́rọ́ wọ́n fi disvirgin ẹ̀. Come on. These are extreme wickedness. Now, it took this lady 5 years to accept that Princess truly set Baba Ijesha up. Kí ló dé tí ó sọ nígbà yẹn ní 2021, tó dẹ̀ ń ba èmi lórúkọ jẹ́. So when I come up and say that setup is a criminal offense, you cannot entrap or lure anybody to come and commit crime. It doesn't make sense. I don't care what you achieve with your setup. It has no place in the law. So why would anybody support such nonsense? Number two, when you it was at that point I saw a lot of disgusting female saying they can use their own children. The moment I began to see children, one lè ta ọmọ, one lè fọmọ ṣẹ́ṣó, one lè fọmọ máa ta ọjà, wòsíwòsí kiri, tọmọ máa kiri lọ láti tó máa kiri láti Ṣómólú lọ sí odidi Ìkòròdú, ọmọ 10-year-old tó ti gúnyàn, 14-year-old tó ti gúnyàn, and you expect that child not to be sexually abused. Because in any society where parents can continue to be reckless with their children, they are the one encouraging abuse on their own children. Everybody, Canada, America, UK, you are duty bound to protect your children. If you fail in protecting your children, law school time to social worker the problem. Because one teacher to formole show lo baba ma chomo káàkiri tó bá bọ́ sọ́wọ́ àwọn tó bá fipá bá sọ àbí tó bá kidnap enko. Àwọn pedophile. So immediately you mess up with caring for your child. Kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé I was busy at work. Show no lè ṣe kíní kan ni. There is no excuse for you messing up with the safety of your children. So ẹ wá imagine ìlú òyìnbó tó jẹ́ pé ó lọ mú ọmọ ẹ school nígbà tó yẹ kó lọ mú. Wọ́n lè gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ ẹ kó jẹ́ pé you will never see that child again. Ṣé ìlú òyìnbó yẹn ló máa ti wá sọ pé àwọn wá allow ẹ wá ara àwọn obìnrin tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ò lè padà fire fún wọn irú àwọn ọmọ bẹ́yẹn àwọn kọ́ ló máa gìrè irú ọmọ bẹ́yẹn ó ní ọmọ tó bínú ara ẹ̀ because one disgusting woman tí ò lọ́mọ rí tí ò gbin rí ó wá ní òun máa fi ọmọ lẹ̀ láti fi gather evidence òun fẹ́ bọ̀ bóyá ẹni yẹn ṣe nígbà tó ọmọ ẹ ti the point is immediately your own child tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ ẹ ò kí ń parọ́ if you raise your child well if the moment your child tells you the truth the next thing that should be coming to your mind is how you will start protecting your child so that that child will not suffer or experience such thing again. But with Princess Iyabo Ojo, Iru Just Adetoyin, they are saying they would even make the child go through another incident, another PTSD, another trauma because they want to make a point. They want to prove. Kilo wa me, gbogbo nǹkan tó wá ṣe sí. O ti wá mú tó bá yẹ pé ẹ ka zo ko mo yẹn victim ní tòótọ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ rí nínú video yẹn padà to go through another problem again. Another trauma again. Is that what you want your own child to be going through? This were my own campaign then. Gbogbo àwọn blog olórí burúkú. They were supporting them. They don't know about human rights. They don't know about children's rights and child protection. And they were arguing with me and they're trying to destroy my name. And you will see some sick women. They have basic zero knowledge of children protecting children, child protection. They are saying if they didn't use the girl, how will they gather evidence? Another part of their lies is that you, as princess, if Tomani Baba Ijesha ba omo sun, Tomani Baba Ijesha o ba omo ekere sun fun e as your colleague, and you're not sure, you want to know whether your colleague does that, then you say, okay, even if you know that what you are trying to do is criminal, you might go down for it. She almost 7-year-old, 5-year-old, no, ma fi dewo, again, we ma for 7-year-old. That's when I will know my friend is a pedophile. Why did you set him up with a girl that has features of an adult? See, Baba Ijesha need any reason, could need opportunity at mo age omo yen. Cause see what mo. Oh, they open, let me bring him in. Only on him with a different purpose, and you place the girl beside him. Another reality of life is enjoy Princess Princess was beaten. Let me show you guys. Then you tell me, why were you beating this girl, Princess? It was. Let's get that to see. Kilo de ten lu ọmọ bí yo. Bọ́lá bá mi sẹ́ndì kìíní sí. Ó ń lu ọmọ yẹn. Okay. My player for instance, you now see where Princess was beating that girl on that day. The question is, if the girl was a victim, kí ló dé náà? Kò ṣe tẹ́ni kò ṣe.
Yeah, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ. Ṣé rí fídíò tẹ́ fẹ́ wò yìí. Abiyamọ tí ó ní etí tó dẹ̀ láròjinlẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ àmì ká lọ. Now, ẹ wo fídíò yìí. So once you enter, you are an actor. Yes, I immediately begin with that. You went to search the room if there's anybody. Yes, no. And you search the whole room. No.
see, Princess was beating that girl. And those people that tortured Baba Ijesha, the thugs she hired, they are now saying, Princess, stop beating the girl. Let her express herself. Because Bobonti, Princess ito yen. Pẹ̀lú àwọn thug yen. Omo yen realize the girl is like, this is not what you told me. This is not what you told me. The girl wanted to talk. Princess began to beat the girl. Abayema, why would you want to talk? Said, let her express herself. I'm playing it back for you to hear. So when you understand the scorn of a woman, because most of these disgusting individuals, they believe, number one, that justice is for victims only. No, it's because the knowledge and education that is available for Nigerian society is not detailed enough. Basic knowledge is not there, it's empty. That is why majority don't know their rights. They don't know their fundamental human rights. They don't know about justice. They don't even know about history. That is why when people like us come out, that we understand that we have a duty and we have a role to play. Sick people like Iyabo Ojo, Dayton, Princess, and one kini clarity and one way they talk about young. You actually think they are the ones that care about children, but they live disgusting lifestyles. And it is important that we let them know that it is not on your lives. You cannot continue to treat the rule of law and the temple of justice this way because you believe the witchcraft and the evil inside of you. You have a social media that can help you to amplify it. And anybody you destroy, you destroy. You will now realize that they are not caring about any child.
You went to search the room if there's anybody.
Yes. No. You search the whole room.
Princess, Nipa da shorire. Ibi tó wà yẹn, ó máa tẹ́bọ̀ bẹ̀ ni. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣorí burúkú tó ṣe fọ́mọ lọ́mọ yìí. Now, tell me the reason, the rationale. Why the same girl tó ní victim? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé àwọn eléyìí. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ lè gèrè àwọn tẹ́ ń bí. Come on, but it will come back to all of you. Because you will always act like you care, you're genuine on social media. It's pure nonsense. Now tell me, in your honesty, Princess, can you tell us one singular reason why you were beating that girl? The girl is the one in pain, according to you. The girl is the reason why you set the trap. The girl, you coached her, you forced her to be in that situation against her will. Yet, she's the one you were beating when she wanted to speak. No, mommy, first, Jewo, Olori Buruku, Ofe Bankoti Moto Lege. Man, no, later. But if you were honest, Makpada play later in the middle of this show. Moan from pain. Yeah, tell me your party. Come on, to buy son to first one again. I hear my baggage me Lord. These are serious concerns. And what about it? They told you, she was so 5 years after. Only yes, Princess set Baba Ijesha up. But they set up because they want to gather evidence. Number one, how do you gather evidence? How will any reasonable person in this world I've told you Nigeria any man pada damo pẹ̀lú body buruku ta ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn wèrè orí buruku àwọn Iyabo Ojo tẹ́ fún láyé kó má bà Nigeria jẹ́ lọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń da social media rú tó ń ba ayé jẹ́ particularly tó mú ìdọ̀tí bá Yorùbá sector and Yorùbá movie industry kò sí tí ọwọ́ Iyabo Ojo síbẹ̀ ló gbà lágídí. Now báwo ni èyàn tí ò délé ẹ̀rí 7 years ago lẹ́ni incident yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ilé tí ẹ tẹ́pẹ́ Baba Ijesha sí It doesn't even have the address. It doesn't even know where it is. How will you now set camera to capture a real-time incident? Fenitio Moleye 7 years ago, lotiri egbeyin, lotiri omo egbeyin. Ibi te set the camera si ko mo beri, she were lepe wani. So you have to invite him to come and stay beside a girl tó ti wá dàgbà, tó ti gúnyàn, tó ti ní sex. E wá nítorí pé ẹ fẹ́ gather evidence of pedophiling. Lẹ ṣe pé wá. How did it, or how will any reasonable person ló máa mọ̀ pé ọmọ tó wà wájú òun tó gúnyàn yìí, she's a minor. Tó bá jẹ́ pé intention pedophiling or action pedophiling ló ṣe. Even when we got the video, you could see evidence of raping. There is no force and there is no denial of consent from the girl. And this guy is coming back to life. And Biola Adebayo felt like, well, what we were told is that you slept with a girl, and that is why you were sentenced. They will be shocked that he's out. For whatever reason, that means the government understand that because Emi Konima Sofun Ijoba Lagos State Abi Adajo ipe Baba Ijesha re o evidence re popo so efulodun meta pere. Can somebody be sentenced for having sex with a minor and the person will be out after 3 years? Even we both saw it 2021 to 2025. 2021 he was at Iyabo. 2025 to my daddy at November. Gbogbo nínú 2021 sí 2025 1 year and a half ló fi ṣe case yẹn Baba Ijesha bail ló wà ilé ló wà tó fi gbà mí lọ because the judge understand the truth. Gbogbo ìtókù ló kọ lórí prison ó dẹ̀ jáde padà bó ṣe rí pé báwo la ṣe máa ṣàdúrú kà tó ìfúnyàn. He's beginning to get a voice. People are beginning to see the truth in the matter. Wọ́n realize pé ó dà pé Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló fi bàbá ìpamọ́ ni o ìkàlà wọn lábí ṣe o Iyabo yẹn wá gbéra again ó ti lówó burúkú àwọn wèrè tí ó ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí send owó sáwọn bloggers yẹn Insta blog ni o kìíní kan gossip ẹgbà owó send me your account bóyá our send the materials wọn publish it destroy your Fabiyi destroy your. That is what they do. That is what they do. And it is a criminal offense to gag an activist. I don't care whatever angle you are picking in this case. I have right to my own expression and to my own angle, my own standpoint. But tell if Yawere, Nigeria to Jobiwa, Timothy Dagba. E wa so pe ke mi dákẹ́ lórí opinion tèmi, ayé yìí máa bàjẹ́ pọ̀ ni. E ba kro ke ba ṣe orí burúkú, ṣé lo po gbogbo afẹ́ goku ni. Nigeria must get better. We must purge the society of organized crime. Ọwọ́ táwọn ará bí àwọn oníwà burúkú yẹn, ẹni tọ́wọ́ wọn bá ti lè tó, wọ́n á ní ẹ lọ tó jọpọ̀ fún ẹ fẹ́ àfọ̀ṣẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣe kọ́kọ́ ẹ ṣá bá ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ tó bullet síwájú ẹ̀kẹ́ ló lè ní ẹ kó lọ nìyẹn ń tán pè lágbára nìyẹn gbogbo yẹn lè rí lóyìnbó kò sáyè wèrè yẹn mọ́ because everybody in the society understand the rule of law kò tó lè sọ pé ó fẹ́ di junkie ó fẹ́ di lawyer ó fẹ́ di doctor ó fẹ́ di mechanic ó fẹ́ di pastor ó máa kọ́kọ́ ní basic foundational education so kò sí bẹ́yàn kan ṣe fẹ́ sọ pé ò ní mọ right ẹ. That is why I will always respect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Immediately he became the president, the first thing he said he's going to target is education. Gbogbo òṣì àtòrí burúkú tó ń bọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ò fi tẹ̀síwájú yìí kò ṣe pé nítorí àní church tó pọ̀ tó kò ṣe pé nítorí àní mọ́ṣáláṣí tó pọ̀ tó kò ṣe pé nítorí àwọn ìṣẹ̀ṣe ò pọ̀ tó is lack of education. Security, secondly, gbogbo nǹkan tó kù ẹ kọ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ní basic gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó ń bí kọ́ ní basic knowledge. Come on, right one, come on, coffee talk, in the north, in the east, everywhere. You realize that when everybody is growing, to engage in some certain activities like, I don't want to lie. In need education, to carry quality education, primary schools all over the country. In 2027, they have the same standard and quality education. This is the duty of police. You must not be hypocritical. By the time they all grow up and they become adults and they go to different fields, basically there are some certain things I don't do. Commit a crime, I'm sorry I did it. I'm not supposed to do it because commit effective brain. Education, this is civility. This is civilization. This is crime. This is lying. Oh, bodo paromoyo. So when you see this nonsense, when me, I was fighting there, it was just a day 5 years after. Nobody is doubting that the Babajisa stuff is a setup. Why were you castigating me that I was lying? Why were you saying me senior advocate on the social media? Must you set any setup done by any individual is criminal, is unacceptable in any law court. Babajisa Allah one video here, Allah he odimbe, Allah he etimbe. It's not going to be admissible. The only reason why they might punish Babajisa, which I have said clearly, is if the girl is truly a minor. Whether it is a setup, whether it's not a setup, because you have touched the minor and you are likely to be punished for that. With the discretion of the judge. Well, you have touched a minor. But I want to say, the honest truth is that the 14-year-old that they used, it was fabrication. It's fabrication. Princess at I want here. One pada lo age to mo pe age tele lo niyen o. Iya to bi omo yen under the law is meant to be she must take to the stand and testify. Oluwa mi oruko mi bye emi ni mo le omo. Mo bi si Mercy Hospital ni bye. Best certificate lele. Wọ́n ma fún defendant. Then they will go and verify. They will take our testimony. Then they will go and verify. Why they put ọlọ́pàá or toloso. Iyamo yen wa si court. The mother of that girl is Princess sibling. Omo Iyabo baba ni. The lady, no, I'm not testifying. Number 2, no other adult was brought in to testify. No birth certificate. Iya on lo. Medical examination, nothing. ESA, the one for Ijesha, we agree and we accept in this court that you never slept with this girl. You didn't use car key. Oh yeah, but this one, you kissed her. And she's not 14, just let it be. Gbogbo ito se ngba yen, mo fi Ọlọ́run ba gbogbo agbára ni wọ́n lò. Atoni moto, atoba, gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n lò tó fi takú sí Lagos State government pé bàbá ìgbọ́dọ̀ bá lọ. Àwọn oní tíátà náà wá gbéra, wọ́n wá kóra wọn jọ pọ̀. And they went ahead as they went to start having meeting people. Babajisa must go down. Because if he doesn't go down, Yomi Fabiyi will have he's speaking the truth so much. And people will start paying attention to Yomi Fabiyi. Wọ́n wá ní ẹ jẹ́ ká gba ohùn, ẹ jẹ́ ká gba àṣẹ ká gba kúrò lẹ́nu Yomi Fabiyi. Ara yín lẹ ń ṣe. Ara yín lẹ ń ṣe. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ ara yín lẹ ń dá lóró. Ara yín lẹ ń dá lóró èmi kọ́. Anything tẹ́ bá rí pé mo bọ́ta, mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. Mo ti ṣe due diligence mi. I have seen the two sides of the law and I'm standing on the truth. Ó dàbí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí case Mohbad ni. Nígbà tí mo fà á dé stage kan, ìyàwó Mohbad yẹn wọ́n ní kò ní délé police station kankan. Mo ní so emment ni nílùú Tájọ́ ni. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe máa pa Mohbad sínú ilé? Tí wọ́n ìyàwó tí wọ́n turn as a suspect. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé wọn ẹ̀ ń pariwo industry girls ló pa inú dé lọ pa sí. Ìwọ tó pé láì níyàwó Mohbad ṣe ó ní rí industry girls tó pa ni. So you are not duty bound to speak the truth or you play the part. Ó wá turn out pé driver sọ pé wọ́n jà fẹ́ kú. Àbúrò wa sọ kẹ́bi gba video kí n gba description how Mohbad àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ tí Mohbad ṣe tí Wùmí ẹ̀ ṣe tí Mohbad tó la orí mọ́lẹ̀. Why did you deceive the entire nation to another place? Àwọn alágbára gbàtàbá tí wà lọ náà ṣe ẹ̀ bá wọ́ Iyabo mẹ́. The same person tó tún protect girl náà Iyabo Ojo iná ni. Iyabo Ojo iná ni. You guys will need to understand that lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. This same Wunmi, ìyàwó Mohbad, if she doesn't have a hand in Mohbad's death, why was she throwing white cloth inside the grave of Mohbad and fetish substance Ado àti Koko Dúdú? Ta ló kó ẹlẹ́bọ̀tọ̀ fún Wunmi? Ta ló kó ẹlẹ́bọ̀tọ̀ fún ọmọ Wunmi Cynthia Adébánjọ? Kò láwọn òbí gidi, kò wá láti ìdílé gidi. Ọmọ ìjọ olódi aláìṣe sọ̀ǹgbẹ́tọ́. Ìjọ́ wo ló di èrìkì náà tó ti package ogun ó wá ń di Èṣẹ̀lì aṣọ funfun àti ìkòkò àti nǹkan dúdú fún Mohbad kó máa rù lọ sọ́run irú ìjọ́ wo ló di gbogbo rú pálapàla báyìí. They should be able to understand and explain that. Now, in 2000, ma tún play padà. Ẹjẹ́ padà sẹ́yìn fún ìkẹ́ ọkọ̀ gbọ́ títí just adé tó yẹn máa ń dùn gbọ́ dáadáa. Ó ní.
See, that CCTV camera thing. See, that CCTV camera thing. Sherry Elomi Magba Igulenu Mini Alej. That CCTV camera thing, I think what happened was because they narrated the case of Otedola. I think they had the issue then and there was no proof. So apparently from what they told me, it was like the princess had gone to report to the police. But they told princess to go and bring evidence. So Nigerian police gave princess the job of...
How can police ask a complainant to go and bring evidence? Evidence old incident in it, or that they should allow Baba Ijesha to come and abuse the girl again and bring the video. Evidence to come and do what? And how can what we are seeing in that video, I'll play it to you. And what evidence is the princess who gather. See, yeah, this is the best way to do it. And some sick women out there. When any woman tells you, I can use my child to entrap somebody to sexually abuse my child, you will know that person doesn't deserve to have children. She got to buy a salary. Oh, yeah, time to pay more. Oh, yeah, it's time to pay. I want to get the buruko, I want to get the do no pay more. Because normally you know from that language they don't deserve to have children. This is beyond. No. They know certainly that what we are fighting for here is not a matter of protecting a pedophile. Nobody will do that. But you're the mental problem. I'm a justice fighter. I'm an activist. I'm a human rights advocate. I'm a human rights consultant. I have a human rights NGO. In that time, we stay. Don't think go aṣọ kó lè gopa. Don't lọ sí premier káàkiri. Èmi fi millions tèmi. Mo fi ṣe human rights summit. Mo fowó tèmi. Mo fi jà fáwọn tó ní human rights issue. People will support me. I use it to say, let's give people voice. Let's give people hope. Èmi elewan bag get them change orúkọ ẹ, and all of you will find your blogs. You think with your criminal blogs, with your anonymity of social media that you are enjoying, you will use it to silence me or destroy my own reputation. I say to you, not on your life, woe betides all of you. Nipa da jẹ́ èèyàn mọ́. Ṣé be social media nìkan ló fi ń gbélé ayé ni? Ṣé be social media nìkan ló fi mọ̀ pé èèyàn yẹn flourishing? When you have substance inside you, tí o tó bá wà nínú ẹ bá kí, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ máa ń dánwò yẹn, I will bring you down. You cannot continue to, you can't fool Nigerians continuously. Look at even when they released Baba Ijesha, I spoke out. The commissioner and attorney general came out and said, the two, Baba Ijesha went to appeal, the two was set aside. If he was a pedophile and was found guilty, will it drag government to appeal and say no? And it was one called USNE. You cannot see, they cannot even think outside the box. That in this same Nigeria, you also don't abuse the law process. Not to talk of a whole government. And Baba, the Commissioner of Justice could come out and say, Baba Ijesha took us to appeal courts. And then he won 2 out of the remaining 4 charges again. And he told us guilty, our say appeal. Before you even put all your cases together, and you present it before the appeal judges. Appeal, it goes through some process. You must compile records. And then when you compile your records, you bring everything, they will look at it, show you who appeal. And then they file it before appeal. Lagos State government, you know what, the anything about So much people want to agbára ìjọba. That case should be thrown out of court and then they should be paying damages to the man. The commissioner of justice, he came out and gave a report saying, yes, Baba Ijesha took us to court of appeal. And he won 2 out of the 4 count charges toku. And then went to Supreme Court. But prove it. And it opened almost this government and princess, they removed the guy. I have no share 2 count charges and for prison. And come make job because they lied. He's flirting, thinking he's flirting with another. If the girl is a 14-year-old, prove it to me so that I can know whether I should finish my term. Or I'm going to be getting out and say, why would you do that to me for heaven's sake? Wo be se fe bayi mi je o do pe en colleague mi o de form obìnrin demi. Kí ló tó ma fo obìnrin demi? Kí ló àwọn ọkùnrin jù tó kọjá obìnrin? Kí ni nǹkan tó lè jẹ́ kọkùnrin pastor tó lágbára jù ní ayé obìnrin ló lè fi dé tó ma stop. The most powerful president in this world. Obìnrin o wá fo obìnrin demi same way and then you change the narrative and said I am a pedophile and you kept me in prison. And Lagos State government went to court. They refused to prove the age of the guy. Hey, there's a 14-year-old. This man went to appeal. I am happy you have been absolved. They started coming after me. They thought we're going to keep quiet. Do I look like I'm somebody that will be supporting sexual abuse of children? That will be supporting rape? When we speak the truth, you cannot continue to ask us to keep quiet. Why on earth? And one important thing, 5 years after, you are now confirming it was a setup. That shows immediately that it is already an organized crime. To my 5-year-old, 7-year-old left it there, Baba Ijesha. To allow away. To show where, then we will say, okay, well, you are not supposed to put that child there, but at least it is evidence. But you are a pedophile, Baba Ijesha. Because you are not meant to be sexually attracted to a 7-year-old. So Thomas is a 7-year-old. At a reason, though they shouldn't do it, but this one, princess should be excused. All men naturally can be attracted to. Baba anyone attracted someone here. Your husband can be attracted to that girl. It's standard. Don't touch children. Don't touch minor. But you want to put 14-year-old kill you to my video. Or work with 14, come and prove the age. They refuse to prove it at their fifth age, at their empty age here, at their run your seven. And you have butter. Who are not sort of colleague, okay, I will honor you first. And when it's about baggage, I honor. I'm here out. Guess you do 3-4 years. And at the end of the day, I am out. I didn't sleep with anybody. If I have slept with that girl and the government will also put our only evidence, they would have sentenced me to life imprisonment or something like 50-40 years. Even when Baba Ijesha was sentenced, this just and Deton and the rest were saying Baba Ijesha was sentenced to 16 years. They are expecting somebody to start arguing with them. No, it's not 16 years. 18 years and no 16. Well, and let it be this. It will never go consecutively. I know the gimmicks you are playing. So that guilty. Guilty. 4 count charges here. You would have to serve the highest of the 4 count charges. Okay, for that reason, no problem. I'll let it go. And they said go. And they said the man should go. And now video, see princess in shake by Baba Ijesha Jade. Ó dẹ̀ tàn wọ́n yàn pé the 5 years sentence, but 3 years, Baba Ijesha ló yẹn, is the calculation of 16 years. But the 3 years and 4 months is the prison calendar of 16 years. Just because they don't want honest young people, the Gen Z, to ask, man, there is no way Lagos State government will sue Baba Ijesha to court or drag him to court for defiling and having sex with a minor, as you all claimed. That is why he was found guilty. The truth they don't want anybody to hear is that Baba Ijesha was not sentenced or found guilty of having sex with that girl. Nothing was proven against him. No evidence, nothing, no witness. Let me be honest with you. Woman acts like a psychologist. I play a video, then no court. They were playing it as if they just brought the girl and the woman in for the first time. According to that woman. Woman, you know, like what you told me the other time. So, once it bagbera, the son now pointed that to the judge, like, Madam, you told us that in this video, this is the first time you are seeing this girl. Now, let's go back to so minutes. Or play. You said what you told me the other time in the room. Yes, say it again. So that means you have met this girl before. Let's say recording. Must you buy in your journey? Princess told that when the trial started. Quote me anywhere. As some princess can come for any stamp, but over UK. Koko lawful stamp. Princess left Nigeria in 2021, November. Or early December. Laying to Lagos State party presentation or prosecution. Or presenting against Baba Ijesha. She did not wait for Baba Ijesha to defend himself. Because by the time Baba Ijesha they might have ordered for arrest. One feji keta and want to be chef Ogbeni Bera Yadanu. Who is he lonely? On le sheri pe e lowo video joto sentence Baba Ijesha. E ri pe e ri princess nbe. Awo ti Yadanu. Eleshi amasanga te yon ko le. Ta lo le princess gba ni. What will be the basis of running to UK? To say you are seeking asylum. She Baba Ijesha ti won ti be ran lo ewon lo nle e kaakiri ni abitani. Because the government and the police protected you and they were fighting your case. Ma tún padà sí video bí tó ti ń ọmọ yẹn nínú kíní yẹn ẹ wá wo again. Then you feel disgusted. Now listen again.
The police to go on.
Yeah, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ. Ṣé ní fídíò tẹ́ fẹ́ wò yìí? Fídíò tẹ́ fẹ́ wò yìí. Abiyamọ tí ó ní etí tó dẹ̀ láròjinlẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ àmì ká lọ. Now, ẹ wo fídíò yìí.
So once you enter, you are an actor.
Yes, I mean that.
You were going to search the room if there's anybody.
Yes, no. And you search the whole room. No.
Now, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá jẹ́ abiyamọ tẹ́ support the princess tí ẹ bá lè béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ẹ bá lè sọ pé please we want you to explain to us tí ẹ play video why were you beating this girl on the same day you used her or the same day you called Baba Ijesha to your house and recorded this video? Why were you beating this girl on the same spot? Let me Baba Ijesha. Can anybody tell me the reason why the girl deserves to be beaten? Can anybody? They saw this video. They saw the princess beating this girl. They failed to ask, princess, why were you beating this girl? She's a minor. Abi? She doesn't know what she's doing. And you are fighting for her. What did she do? Video and you are so sure that the girl was a victim. For you to be torturing this girl. Those guys said you could you will injure her. Let her express herself. Now, another thing, lower princess, why throughout the investigation, lower Larit, lower Iyabo, lower just Adetoyin, why were all of you not talking about Damola Adekola? Shebi wo princess, wo ton at Iyabo ni ewole lo elowo Baba Ijesha. There is no way you will go in. The police will not tell you we have the other suspect here. Because in that you want to see the commissioner of police, I will play the commissioner of police stuff to you now. Kewagbo press release, commissioner of police in by the Lagos State. Kewagbo fun ayin again. Come and listen to the commissioner of police then. Before Kotolo protesting is that means Princess Just Adeton Iyabo, they knew about this other guy. Listen to the commissioner of police then.
It was alleged. You don't do trial on pages of newspaper. Baba Ijesha case, there are two cases. One, it was alleged 7 years ago to have defiled a girl, which was 7 years ago. The girl is now 14 years. As at that time, no complaint was made. Nothing was. But last week, a video went viral where he was arrested having sexual assault. Whatever indecent assault. When a man touches a woman where he's not supposed to, without authority and consent, it now becomes a sexual assault. That's exactly what we are. Sexual assault. To which he admitted that he actually assaulted. So not that really assault in the assault of the criminal most aspect, that when he slaps somebody, when he injures somebody, now it's still assault. But this one now is a sexual one because, so, the girl was told where and without her consent. So the case of the department being added to it. Still under thorough investigation, and we need some scientific ones to be. Sexual assault is a billable offense. For God's sake. It's a billable offense. It's not like rape. No allegation of rape was made against him.
No allegation of rape was made against him.
But yesterday they are out with me. I interviewed all of them.
Again, possibly, no allegation of rape was made against him. Again, that's what I can go.
Was made against him. But 3 hours yesterday, they are for God's sake. It's a billable offense. It's not like rape. No allegation of rape was made against him. But 3 hours yesterday, they are out with me. I interviewed all of them, one after the other, including the girl that was allegedly assaulted, including the mother of the girl, including Iyabo himself, Baba Ijesha himself,
and
including the other person that was alleged.
The other person that was alleged?
For 3 hours. And listen.
Setibo, including the other person that was alleged. This was before they went to protest. This was before Iyabo Ojo, Just Adeton, Princess, and one woman, Larry Tiabi, Toshe Dibi Die Arere, before they went to protest. So they knew about these people because we didn't call protest. To the honor of Baba Ijesha. When they were doing everything, they did not even mention the other guy. When some women want to this is the commissioner of police. When you see somebody like us fighting in a case, not because I am supporting sexual abuse on children, not because I'm supporting rape, but you cannot continue to believe that justice is for victims only That is not how the constitution is made. Our constitution is not to fight for a angle, victims only. Our constitution is for everybody. Human rights is for every human being. If you go to prison, ẹlòmí tó ṣì wà nínú prison, tẹ́ bá go, tẹ́ bá wo àwọn video, tẹ́ bá wo lórí social media, ẹ rí pé àwọn NGOs wọ́n máa lọ interview prison inmates mi. Ó dẹ̀ máa dúró síbi bábú ayẹ, I am not a rapist. They lied against me. Elo Google Archie Williams, he spent 32 years in prison for a rape he never committed. Victim yellow no was say Archie Williams no rape potential. Later, after 32 years, no realize pé wọ́n parọ́ mọ́. Ẹ máa gbọ́, mo fẹ́ parí video ẹ̀ fún yín okay gbọ́. Including the other guy that was alleged. Èyàn mélòó ni yín ló gbọ́? Because mo ṣe song by wọ́n pa voice mi mọ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n pa voice mi mọ́lẹ̀. Question tẹ́ máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ara yín ni pé Princess Iyabo tó kí ló dé tí ẹ wà bitter nígbà tí the other guy that was alleged kí ló dé tí ẹ pariwo síta pé kí ló dé tí wọ́n gbé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn wá sí court. They are not interested. En tó fún wọn ṣe ni bàbá Ijesha òun ló lórúkọ òun ló wáyé wá dáràn òun ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣe fíìmù ẹni wáyé dáràn so ẹ máa wò lọ ẹ ń dá padà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ máa ń dùn.
Including Baba Ijebo himself, Baba Ijesha himself, with the other person that was alleged, every of them, one after the other, including the girl that was allegedly assaulted, including the mother of the girl, including Baba Ijebo himself, Baba Ijesha himself, including the other person that was alleged, everybody, about 3 hours, and listen to them one after the other. But I don't want to be a judge in my case now, so we have compiled the case. We have sent to the DPP, Office of Attorney General of Justice Lagos State for legal advice on what to do. Once that one comes out, then based on legal advice, the action will be taken. But for now, what I'm going in the media about Ijesha is still in our custody. The case is available, they will not consider him for bail. So while we hear the legal advice, the file has been duplicated, has been sent to the Ministry of Justice. When the legal advice comes now, whatever advice where, we shall take action. So that's the case of that. But so the convention alleged made, so the convention that so that girl was assaulted, but not the girl was raped, or the girl was defied. So this is that clarification.
Oh, Bobby and that
was alleged made.
Bobby and that the confession Baba Ijesha made. Important.
So the convention that so that girl was assaulted, but not the girl was raped, has been sent to the Ministry of Justice. When the legal advice comes now, whatever advice where, we shall take action. So that's the case of that. But so the convention alleged made, so the convention that so that girl was assaulted, but not the girl was raped or the girl was defied. So this is that clarification. The case of defilement was alleged to have happened 7 years ago when she was 7 years old. So this one that was recorded and which he confessed and apologized to is that of assault on.
This is the commissioner of police. Now, if a commissioner of police can come out and say the confession Baba Ijesha made was that he touched the girl, not raping. Now, ọlọ́pàá ló ṣe investigation Lagos State wá gba case lọ wọn. Wọ́n wá ní àwọn rí pé bàbá ó wà ṣe pé bọ́mọ yẹn sùn. And that they want Baba Ijesha to be sentenced to life imprisonment. You can see why we were fighting as a human rights organization there. The police who investigated said, we didn't see anything. He didn't confess to it. No evidence of Baba Ijesha Bomosu. No evidence, one single evidence or witness. Even Princess herself is not a witness that Baba Ijesha slept with the girl. Kò ní evidence. Kò ṣe pé òun náà rí kankan. Kò ṣe pé Baba Ijesha jẹ́wọ́. Ta ló wá lo agbára tó ní that Baba Ijesha, through Lagos State government, should be sentenced to life imprisonment. Now, they now put that up. Why over here? So low Tony put on baye man jẹ́ tó. ta lẹni máa iṣẹ́ ta ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣẹ̀ tó lè dáríjì ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀rú ti yá ẹ̀ orí wàhálà ẹni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà dádì tó bí Ìjẹ̀ṣà the father of bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà orí wàhálà ẹni bàbá yẹn kú sí. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà could not bury his father. He had no chance to bury his father. Is that the kind of country? You know, at the end of the day, I want to say, ṣé gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ ní as evidence pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ó láìka ọmọ yẹn ó láìka lẹ fẹ́ kí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lọ sí life imprisonment fún ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run Nigerians gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe orí burúkú lórí social media ẹ wá ní ìlú ń gbóná mọ́ yín ẹ ní kò sí kankan ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo àwọn kìíní it works like kinetic energy ẹ̀yin kọ́ lè máa kọ́ ṣe social media. You've turned social media to a witchcraft orb ẹ wá dé àwọn wèrè kan that Yomi Fabiyi that ayé yín ti bàjẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wọn rádá èmi ò sí gbogbo líkì tẹ́ máa ṣe orí burúkú ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú. This is a commissioner of police that spoke here. Èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ̀rọ̀ èmi kọ́ ni mo judge rí. And you want the judge to sentence Baba Ijesha to life imprisonment. Even when he was sentenced, okay, Baba Ijesha, you know what? Just go and go and do assault. Let's maintain the assault. They know that Baba Ijesha is only going there for 3 years and 4 months. Yes, he has went to serve his sentence. He went for clinical, he was found guilty. As if Baba Ijesha was sentenced for having sex with a child. Gbogbo nte so ko je natural crime kò sí ńbẹ̀. Reason tí Baba Ijesha fi lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n was based on the concocted crime. They cook up, they involve, they drag, they cook up fúnra yín tí ò ní kò ṣe pẹ̀lú òfin. Is why the man went to jail, and you are calling him a pedophile on that. You are calling him a rapist on that. And they are pushing the government to say Baba Ijesha is a sex, all those nonsense. Even if you call him a sex offender, an ex-convict, if he says I am not, she bet you low agbára ti yín. I can continue to say I am not a rapist. I will never touch a child. Why don't you respect his opinion on that? I said, they said you did, we punish you, but me, I am not. And I will never be. It's because he never said, can you be about Ijesha? Yes, I am a rapist, I am a pedophile, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. To bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó wà nínú interview Biola nìyẹn is the only reason why anybody should be angry. Olórí burúkú ni nígbà pé these people are so wicked. Ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tó ní pé Biola ti fún Baba Ijesha ní voice is coming to gain his life back. They want to outside attack Biola because ìyẹn náà irú nǹkan tó máa ń yọ ṣe nìyẹn. People when they use fake accounts to destroy people. Ó tètè wọ́n báyìí pé they are coming for me. I quickly succumb to them. What is and kí ló wrong inú tí Biola ṣe? She has a platform. Say your bit. Even the social media is a tool of